Well, welcome back to the Flying Scotsman FM channel with a brand new experiment. This has been labelled as a German national team rebuild. Now, I know what you're thinking. You cannot buy and sell players as a national team manager. So, how is this a rebuild? Well, after the failings of the 2018 World Cup and the Euros in 2020 of the German national side, I've decided there needs to be a change right the way through the squad. We need some younger, fresher players in the team, but as well, even some of the players who are still in their prime for Germany haven't done well enough in the last two tournaments. So what I have done is I've decided any player with more than 20 caps for the national team will not be getting called up for the World Cup in Qatar. That's how I've worked this as a rebuild. So we'll go straight and look at the squad that I have selected. So here we are looking at the squad. We have four goalkeepers in Kevin Trapp, Bernd Leno, Alexander Neubel, and Florian Müller. As you can see, a wide range of ages from 25, the youngest with Müller, to Kevin Trapp being 32. Then when we take a look at the defenders, we've got Shockdran, Mustafi, Jonathan Tah, Nico Schlotterbeck, Thilo Kehrer, Robin Gosens, Philip Max, Lucas Klostermann, Joshua Wagnerman, and Tim Leibold. Moving into the midfield, we have Lewis Holtby, Kerem Demirbe, Julian Weigl, Vitaly Janelt, Kevin Volland, Florian Wirtz, Jamal Musiala, Max Meyer, Karim Belarbi, Karim Adeyemi, Max Kruse, Simon Turod, and Youssoufa Moukoko. So as you can see, it is a wide range of ages. A lot of older players who, some of them have a few caps already, some have zero caps, so that's why they've been eligible for this and called up. So our squad ranges from the age of 34 right down to 18. So looking at the squad, I'm not sure if we will get anywhere in the World Cup. We have some very good players in the squad, but at the same time, there are some really average players in this squad. In terms of a German World Cup squad, they are average. So what I'll do now is we will fast forward to the end of the group stage to see how I, as the manager, get on with this new look German national team. We will be back in a couple of seconds. Here we are, and the group stage is over. We have qualified for the first knockout round, the last 16. We managed to beat Spain 1-0 thanks to a Jonathan Tah goal before drawing 2 each with Japan. Belarbi and Volland on the score sheet for ourselves, while Endo and Minamino scored for Japan. With everything still to play for in the last game, we rotated the squad slightly but still kept some of our bigger names in it. And it was Simon Turod and Kevin Volland, two of the more senior members of the team, managing to get all 3 points for us and mean that we qualified top of Group E with 7 points. We'll now take a look and see the second round, see who plays who. So the Netherlands are taking on Wales, Argentina will take on Australia, England will face Ecuador, France, Poland, ourselves against our neighbours Belgium, Spain will take on Croatia, and the other two groups are still to be decided. I saved this a little bit earlier than expected. So we'll just take a look and see who it could be between. So Serbia have qualified from Group G. Brazil are out of the World Cup. They will not be in the knockout rounds. And then in Group H, any of the 4 teams could qualify for the next round. So what we'll do now is we will just fast forward to the end of the tournament, just see how our squad has got on. If we make it to the final, I will record that and play it live on camera. However, if we get knocked out in the quarterfinals or even in the next round, it'll just be a kind of summary. So we'll have a look and we'll just see how we get on here. So here we are into the World Cup final, where to get there we have beaten Belgium 3-0 with Kevin Volland scoring as well as an Adeyemi double. We disposed of Ghana 5-1, Volland scoring another 2 goals, Jonathan Tah, Turod and Kruse all getting on the score sheet before beating Argentina in extra time. So Turod equalised in the 88th minute to take us to extra time before Schlotterbeck scored in injury time in the second period to send us through to face Croatia in the final. So here we have it. The tactic that I have been playing throughout is the NAP 4-2-2 or 4-4-2, 4-2-4, whatever you want to call it. It's the tactic that I tested on my channel last week, I think it was. So again, if you like the look of the tactic, it'll be down in the description of the tactic video. And let's just get straight into this. So I didn't actually expect us to get here this far with this squad, but here we are. So we've got Kevin Trapp in goals, a back four of Klosterman, Ta, Schlotterbeck and Labelled. Demerby and Weigl make up the double pivot, with Kroos and Musiala on the wings, with Kevin Volland and Adeyemi up front. Croatia are going with what you would expect: Livakovic in goals, Juranovic, Sutalo, Kaleta-Kar and Stanisic at the back four. Modric and Brozovic as a double pivot, with Vlasic, Pasalic and Perisic in just behind Levaya. So, the fans deserve this trophy. Let's go out and win it for them. And as I have told you in previous videos, I will always skip the press conferences because they're always the same. I mean, I don't know anybody that still plays the goes through the press conferences all the time. If you do, let me know because I am genuinely interested. Levaya with the header to Kevin Trapp. But no, since they first brought it out, I thought it was a really, really good idea. But it's just whether it's transfers, media news, or the ones pre and post game, they're just always the same. It's always the same questions you get. But anyway, Max Kroos plays the ball to Musiala, heads that forward to Volland. Volland across to Adeyemi. Adeyemi has put the Germans 1-0 up 8 minutes into the game, putting us ahead, putting us one step closer to that 5th World Cup title. Can we win it again with the squad? No Manuel Neuer, no Gundogan, no Müller, no Gnabry, no Kimmich. Any of those players, they're not here. This is a new look German side, and we are going to do better than the previous regime. Modric switches the ball in. Kevin Volland, can he get it clear? Demerby, get that away. Just as far as Vlasic, who'll swing that back in for Levaya. That's got to be offside. That must be offside. VAR are going to have a look at that. That's got to be offside. Absolutely no way. Yeah, I thought so. There's absolutely no way that was going to be onside. Let's just take a look and see if it was as far off as I thought. Yeah, look at that. I mean, I knew it was so far offside. I didn't quite realise it was so far. Anyway, we're about halfway through the first half. Julian Weigl just lost out to Vlasic. He won the ball back. I'll need to keep an eye on him. He's got a booking and he is going in on tackles. Brozovic to Kaleta-Kar. Long ball over the top. Not a problem for Klosterman. Just picks that up nicely. Sweeps that up. Plays it back to Ta. Ta's lost it, but come on, Pasalic. Thankfully, he has rifled that over. We have been poor in possession from what it looks like. We have a free kick here in the edge of the box. Demerby about to take this. And it has... Oh, and he's put it into the bottom corner. What a free kick from Karim Demerby. What a phenomenal player. I don't know if any of you have ever used him. I've not used him on FM23, but on 22 in a Bayer Leverkusen save I had, he was phenomenal as a defensive midfielder. I think he must have got about 15 assists in his first season. He was just absolutely phenomenal. And looks like he can take a good free kick as well. So there we are. We are 2-0 up at half-time in the World Cup final. Kerem Demirbe with a free kick after Adeyemi scored early doors. Now, Tim Leibold has picked up a bit of a knock, so we will be taking him off, and Robin Gosens will come on in his place. As I said earlier, we are going to keep an eye on Julian Weigl because he is going in hard on his tackles and he's already on a booking. And that now, with Schlotterbeck getting booked there, we now have 3 players booked on the pitch. 4 players now, Klosterman booked at the same time. So we're into the 62nd minute, Livakovic playing that forwards. Robin Gosens with the header. Musiala, can we score another here? And that will surely be game over. That was a poor through ball attempt there. Kaleta-Kar, back to Stanisic. Stanisic is driving through the middle here of Vlasic, but Gosens wins that. Julian Weigl to Schlotterbeck. to Gossens, back to Schlotterbeck, playing it around nicely at the moment, just keeping possession. I was about to go off my nut there when we lost that. Gossens, back to Musiala, back to Weigl. Weigl, long ball to Adeyemi. Can he control it? Can he score? Very, very audacious chip there. I think, though, there might have been a touch on it. Going to make a couple of subs here just because of the booking situation. Julian Weigel's going to come off for Lewis Holtby, and Klosterman's going to come off for Wagnerman. So there we go. Two more players on. Lewis Holtby on for Weigl and Wagnerman on for Klosterman. Mainly just to get some fresh legs on, and I really don't like players having a booking when they're on my team, especially if you've got more than one on the pitch. I think it is a bit of a disaster to keep them on. And Musiala with the ball here. Volland, can he play it through to somebody? And he does. Max Kruse, and he's been taken down by Gvardiol. And is this going to be a red card? I think, was he the last man? Kruse was in a way going away from goal, but it could have been in the box. No, I didn't think so. I thought it was outside the box, but Gvardiol's not taking any sort of punishment there. Demirby, can he swing in another free kick? Back post, Schlotterbeck. Livakovic easily picks that up. 82 minutes gone. We are so close to winning the World Cup in this rebuild. All the players are looking a bit upset with me because I've demanded more. Sorry, but play to the final whistle. You need to keep at your best. Holtby back to Schlotterbeck to Gossens. Holtby to Musiala. Musiala, can he hold it? Volland out to Gossens. But 30 seconds left. Volland back to Adeyemi. Adeyemi makes it 3-0 with the final seconds of the game, and Germany are going on to win their 5th World Cup. No Thomas Müller, no Joshua Kimmich, no Manuel Neuer. None of them. None of the big name players over the last 10 years for Germany are in this squad. And with this rebuild, we are about to see Germany lifting the World Cup. This was a vote I had on Twitter. I had 4 teams out there seeing if we could rebuild a national team in time for the World Cup, see if we could win it. If you've enjoyed this so far, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you want to see me do it with another team. Here we go. Oh, and there it is. Germany have won the World Cup in Qatar. The new look German side. A lot of new names, a lot of older players who are, many will say, are past it. However, I had faith. I had faith in my rebuild that we could go on and lift the trophy. That's not true. I honestly thought quarterfinals would maybe be the where we would get to. I'm just going to skip forward to the next day because that's when we get to the World Cup awards. So we'll just take a look. Best goalkeeper, Kevin Trapp. 7 appearances, only 4 conceded with 4 clean sheets. Brilliant. Best player, Kyle Walker, Jordan Henderson, Harry Kane. Don't understand that. The 3 of them finished in 4th place. So, you know, I mean, maybe one of them being there, but all 3 is a bit ridiculous in my opinion. Best young player, Adeyemi, with 6 appearances, 4 goals and 2 assists. The dream team, we've got Kevin Trapp, Jonathan Tah, and Schlotterbeck. I'm a bit upset not to see any of our forwards or midfielders in there, but they've got a World Cup and Binders medal. They don't really care. Goal of the tournament, didn't score or concede any of them. And the Golden Boot, we are not there either. It was Kramaric, Mbappe and Harry Kane all scoring 7 goals. So we had it. As I was saying, if you want to see me do another national team rebuild, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what nation you would like to see me rebuild. In the Twitter poll I had for this, it was between Germany, Spain, France and Brazil. So if you'd like any of those other teams, let me know in the comments. If you want another nation rebuilt in time for the 22 World Cup, just let me know. I've really enjoyed doing this, so if you're wanting to see more content like this, I'll happily provide that for you. This has been the Flying Scotsman FM. As always, leave a like, leave any thoughts you've got, please share and subscribe, and I will see you in a couple of days with another experiment. Thank you very much.